Why does nori turn into seaweed when it's fried? And why does it become even more expensive? Jack just couldn't figure it out. He spent all his savings and bought 10 boxes of seaweed. He thought he could get rich overnight by frying and selling it. But no matter how he fried it, the seaweed tasted bitter and astringent. After hundreds of experiments, Jack still couldn't get the flavor he wanted. Worse, he was out of seaweed. So, he sold his favorite computer and game console and bought 5 more boxes. He kept frying over and over again. Hot oil splattered and burned his arm, leaving scars that might never fade. The seaweed ran out again, and the flavor was still wrong. Frustrated, he turned his head and suddenly noticed a bag on the ground. It turns out, the day before, he had dropped a bag of seaweed while walking home in the rain. It had soaked overnight. He picked it up, threw it in the pan, with zero expectations. But when he tasted it, it was perfect. Not too dry, not too oily. Exactly the flavor he'd been searching for. That's when Jack realized seaweed is already super salty, so it needs to be soaked first. With this new discovery, his seaweed business finally took off, but retail was way too slow, and by then, his house had been locked down, about to go up for auction. Why? His father had mortgaged it for $40 million. Even if Jack sold seaweed his whole life, he couldn't repay that. He felt completely stuck, until one night, Jack walked to a convenience store and noticed something strange. 3 convenience stores at the same intersection. Maybe this was his chance. The next morning, he put on his dad's old suit and visited the head office of the convenience store chain. He asked the manager to stock his seaweed in all of their stores, but she said no immediately. She didn't even taste it. She said the packaging and price didn't match the brand's concept of convenience, so Jack left, but not to give up. He called a designer that same day and had the entire product redesigned. He called it Little Boss Seaweed. The next morning, he went back to headquarters with the new box. The receptionist told him the manager was in a meeting, so Jack waited and waited all day. Then he realized she wasn't in a meeting. She was avoiding him. Furious, Jack left the box with the security guard. He walked away, vowing never to start a business again. But an employee found the seaweed at work, and that's when everything changed for Jack.